Foy.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, Mr Streeter. And I thank my honourable friend, the member for Washington and Sunderland West, for securing this important debate. And the timing of this debate couldn't be more pertinent. In recent years, we've seen the fire service step up when our communities have needed them. First, working through the challenges of the pandemic, and then tackling wildfires in places like Brandon in my constituency during the summer's heatwave. And almost a year ago today, Storm Orwin ravaged the northeast, leaving a trail of damage in its wake and leaving many of my constituents in harm's way. And while the government was slow to help after the storm, by contrast, the fire service, as always, were there when we needed them. And this is, of course, just one example. Every day across our region, firefighters protect us from running towards danger while we run from it. But we cannot run away from the fact that those working in our fire service are not immune to the cost of living crisis. Their bills, mortgages and rents have spiralled, all the while, like many public sector employees, their pay packet has lagged behind. And according to the FBU analysis, since 2009, real terms wage cuts have wiped £4,000 a year from an average firefighter's salary. And in my constituency in the city of Durham, the fire service is already under significant financial pressure. Even their best case projections involving even more restructuring of an already stretched service, an unfunded 5% pay rise will push them into a budget deficit. And the solution that the fire service in Durham would like to see is simple: a fair pay increase for the dedicated firefighters, funded by central government. Because this is another fact that the government cannot run away from. Under their watch, the fire service has had its central funding slashed by 30%. And this has meant, since 2010, nationally, we have 11,500 fewer firefighters, reducing resilience, slowing response times and jeopardising the safety of firefighters and the public. And moreover, in the North East as a whole, since 2010, 1 in 4 firefighters have been cut, 600 whole-time firefighter posts slashed, and a quarter of fire control posts have gone. And this is just another example of public services being run into the ground by the government, while working people see their pay and conditions and living standards eroded. And to witness our brave firefighters and control staff having to resort to using food banks is nothing short of a national disgrace. And climate change means that we're going to need firefighters more than ever as wildfires and floods become more frequent. The damage that extreme weather conditions like Storm Orwin did is no longer a once-in-a-generation event, but something that we will increasingly have to live with. And I echo the call by the FBU for there to be a statutory duty for flooding in England like there is in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. It's clear we need a well-funded service. And let's not forget that it was the firefighters who dealt with some of the most harrowing scenes during the COVID pandemic. And it's only right that those who give so much during that time are appropriately rewarded. Thank you.
Thank you very much.